Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
So this is Sri Caitanya Astakam, part of the book Stavavali, of the collection Stavavali. Sri Caitanya Astakam, 8 prayers to Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Verse number 1. Aho, will that Hari, who took birth in Bengal, in another golden form, as the son of Mother Sachi, after he had seen his own incomparable sweetness in a mirror in Vraja, and after becoming greedy to relish this sweetness, just like his dearmost girlfriend Radha does, will he cross the path of my eyes again. Aho, will that Hari, who took birth in Bengal in another golden form as the son of Mother Sachi, after he had seen his own incomparable sweetness in a mirror in Vraja, and after becoming greedy to relish this sweetness, just like his dearmost girlfriend Radha does, will he cross the path of my eyes again. Commentary by Ananta Das Baba. By the mercy of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, who is the Lord's dear associate, was able to do bhajan for a long time near Mahaprabhu's feet. By the grace of Lord Gora, an extraordinary steadiness in bhajan and an anxious loving devotion paired with pure dispassion has manifested in his heart. After Lord Gora disappeared from this world, Sri Raghunath Das came to Vraja, where he planned to commit suicide because he could not tolerate any more the pains of separation. But Sri Rupa and Sanatana Goswami convinced him to give up this idea and do bhajana on the banks of Radhakund. From that moment on, until the end of his blessed life, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was anxiously crying out day and night for the audience of his beloved goddess, Srimati Radharani, on the banks of Sri Radhakund. The nectarian Ganga stream of his pure devotion was strengthened by the monsoon showers of mercy from above, and it forcefully streamed towards the desired ocean named Shishirada Mohana, inundating both river banks on its way. Those who discuss the topic of Sri Raghunath Dasa Goswami's extraordinary character will frankly admit that such anxious and intense devotion was rarely found in world history. In his state of great devotional anxiety, he constantly showered his own body with streams of tears, while he was crying for the audience of his beloved Lord Gauranga, and the prayers he wrote down in this very elevated state of mind are collected here in this compilation named Stavavali. There is no collection of prayers found anywhere in the storehouse of Sanskrit poetry which is so enriched with sweet feelings, transcendental flavors, and expert choice of words like this Stavavali. In the first verse, of this Caitanya Astakam, Shri Raghunath Das, whose heart is agitated by anxious feelings of separation, describes the original reason for Sri Gauranga's advent and expresses his desire to see Sriman Mahaprabhu again. The original personality of Godhead, Krishna, became very eager to taste the nectar of his own sweetness in the mood of his dearmost girlfriend Shri Radha. After he saw his own incomparable reflection in a jeweled mirror in Vrajan. Srila Rupa Goswami translates Krishna's feelings at that moment as follows in his Lalita Madhava play. When Krishna once saw his own extraordinary sweetness reflected in a jeweled wall, he was amazed and said, "How unprecedented and astonishing is this deep and indescribable sweetness of mine! Alas, when I see it, even I become greedy to enjoy this sweetness, just like Radhika." When Krishna beheld his own sweetness, he thought to himself, "My sweetness is endless, wonderful and complete, and no one in the three worlds can find its limit. Through her great love, only Radhika can always relish all the nectar of my sweetness. When I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it, but I can't. After due consideration, I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika." Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi 4. According to Sriman Mahaprabhu's intimate associate, Srila Swarup Damodar, there were 3 unfulfilled desires, which were the main causes for Krishna to accept the mood and complexion of Srimati Radharani and to descend as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is thus described in Sri Swarupa Goswami's notebook. "How glorious is Sri Radha's love for me! How does she relish my wonderful sweetness through this love? How much bliss does she experience from relishing my sweetness? So how glorious is Sri Radha's love for me! How does she relish my wonderful sweetness through this love? And how much bliss does she experience from relishing my sweetness?"
Wow. Krishna want to know this.
With these 3 kinds of sacred greed, Lord Hari, enriched with the feelings of Srimati Radhika, appeared like the moon from Mother Sachi's ocean-like womb.
So, Mahaprabhu is a Prema avatar. Why Prema avatar? Because this was the heated desire of Krishna to feel that Radhika. One point to it. How Radhika is feeling Krishna. how she samarpit, offer herself in all difficult circumstances. Sri Radha.
And the word here was sacred greed. Krishna had these three kinds of sacred greed.
What three kinds?
Of sacred greed.
What kind? Three kinds. Which kind?
How glorious is Radha's love.
Underline.
I did.
How glorious of love. Second.
How does she relish my wonderful sweetness through this love? And third, how much bliss does she experience from relishing my sweet?
What? Yeah, go on.
So with these three kinds of sacred greed, Lord Hari, enriched with the feelings of Srimati Radhika, appeared like the moon from Mother Shachi's ocean-like womb to relish this threefold happiness. Rajendra Nandana appeared in the holy abode of Navadvip in Gauda Desha, West Bengal, as Sri Gaura Sundara in the first phase of Kali Yuga, with the mood and the golden complexion of Srimati Radhika, and he was filled with unprecedented devotional mellows. In scriptures like Shrutis, Smritis, Puranas, Samhitas, as well as Srimad Bhagavat, we can find lots of evidence about Sri Gauranga being the original personality of Godhead. In the sixth Prapataka of the Purusha Bodhini Shruti, in the Atharva Veda, it is seen. In the seventh Manvantara, or the Vaisvata Manvantara, Shri Krishna will attain oneness with the essence of his pleasure potency, Shri Radha, and will descend with his associates in the first part of the Kali age to teach his devotees the Hare Krishna Kirtan. In the Shvetashvara Upanishad we see, he who promulgates Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva is Mahaprabhu.
Underline.
He who promulgates Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva is Mahaprabhu.
Pancham Purusha. Yeah.
He is the greatest Purusha or human-shaped avatar, this Ishana, who is most pure, meaning free from desires for any personal happiness, like sense gratification or liberation, and who just bestows pure prema bhakti, is effulgent and eternal. In the Mundakopanishad, we find these words: Yada pasya pasyate rukma varnam karatam nisham purusham brahmayonim tada vidvan punya pape vidyuya nirjanaha paramam samyam upatti. Bhavartaha means simply by being initiated in the mantra of this Mahapurusha, who has a golden complexion, who is the only performer of creation, maintenance, and destruction, and the bestower of all benedictions, who descended in a human form in a Brahmana family. A human being can become free from material life, which consists of piety and virtue, the threefold miseries, such as adhyatmika, are then uprooted, and he will be blessed with a supreme peace. A meditation on Sri Gauranga is described in the Uttara Vibhaga of the Gopala Tapani Shruti. Always meditate on Mahaprabhu, the sannyasi who carries a bamboo rod, whose Brahmana body is of golden complexion, and who bestows fearlessness upon his devotees. The Brihan Naradya Purana says, the Lord said, O Brahmana, I always protect all people in the age of Kali in a hidden form as a devotee, meaning I cover my body with the complexion and the bhava of Sri Radha. Shri Krishna says in Upa Purana, O Brahmana, in the Kali Yuga, I always take shelter of the sannyasa ashram to bestow Hari Bhakti to the sinful people. In the 9th Patala of the Kapila Tantra, it is seen how Shri Krishna shows to Sri Radha his Gaura Vigraha, Gaura form, in a dream, which is full of Bhakti Rasa and which is endowed with her bhava and lustre. In Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi 3, we can find a very beautiful explanation of this verse. His powerful body has the luster of molten gold, his arms stretch down to his knees, and he has lotus-like eyes. His nose is more beautiful than a sesame flower, and his face shines like the moon. He is peaceful, self-controlled, and fixed in devotion to Krishna. He is kind upon the devotees, well-mannered, and equipoised to all living beings. His ornaments, which he wears during the performance of Krishna's Sankirtan, are made of sandalwood. In the Urdhamanya Samhita is written, in the age of Kali, the Lord will descend in a golden form from Jagannatha Mishra and Shachi Devi, and will become famous as Mahaprabhu, the purifier of the whole world. In Srimad Bhagavat, Sri Prahlada Mahashaya has mentioned that Sri Gauranga will come, concealing his original form with the bhava and luster of his beloved. Srila Prahlad Mahashaya said, O Mahapurusha, in this way you descend as a human being, as an animal, a sage, a demigod, and a fish, to protect the devotee and to destroy the demons who wish to wreak havoc. Thus, you protect religious principles according to the Yuga, but in the Kali Yuga, you are Chana, hidden, and although you are not openly manifest to protect the saints and destroy the demons like in other yugas, you promulgate the Yuga Dharma of Sri Harinama Sankirtan. Hence, you are known as Tri Yuga, he who openly descends in Satya, Treta, and Dvapara Yuga, and who descends in a hidden way in the Kali Yuga. When Sri Garga Muni, who is Trikaladarshi, and seer of the past, present, and future, performed the name-giving ceremony of Krishna, he clearly predicted a golden complexioned avatar in the age of Kali. O Nanda, this son of yours descends age after age, and in each age he has another complexion. In the Satya Yuga he is white, in Treta he is red, and in Kali Yuga he is yellow. Now, in Dvapara Yuga, he has attained a blackish complexion. One of the omniscient Nava Yogendras, Rishi Karabhajana, clearly mentioned Gauranga and his associates when he told Maharaja Nimi about the avatars in Kali. Srimad Kaviraj Goswami Pad revealed a beautiful explanation too. O brother, listen to all the glories of Sri Caitanya. This verse describes the limits of his glories. The two syllables, Kri and Shna, are always in his mouth, or he always describes Krishna for his own bliss. There are two meanings of the word Krishna Varna. Nothing else but Krishna comes from his mouth. If someone tries to describe him as being of blackish complexion, the other adjective, Tvisha Akrishnam, will stop him. His complexion is not blackish. Actually, the word Akrishna Varna means that he is yellow. He wears different weapons named Anga and Upanga, his associates and devotees, to destroy the darkness of the people's Kalmasas. These Kalmasas are the irreligious or religious activities which are opposed to the principles of pure devotion. This is compared to deep darkness. Gurudev, yesterday we also reading that that Radharani's service is over than any religious goals.
Right. Read again.
These kalmasas are the irreligious or religious activities.
What karma?
I'll read from beginning. So he wears different weapons named Anga and Upanga, his associates and devotees, to destroy the darkness of the people's Kalmasa. These Kalmashas are the irreligious or religious activities which are opposed to the principles of pure devotion, which are different than the pure devotion. Raising his arms and saying Hari, he looks around with great love, destroying Kalmashas and making everyone float in prema.
In one line, he finished Kama. Read again from Richard Bond.
He wears different weapons named Anga and Upanga.
Anga means my body. This is weapon of the Kamadev. Anga, body is there, my senses are there, then he active, this body.
And Upanga.
And other than this, my ego, my mind is also Anga. My thinking, my programming, who support me for that program.
And here it says Anga and Upanga, for him are his associates and devotees.
He's the associate, devotee of the body.
To destroy the darkness of the people's Kalmasha. Kalmasa.
Kala. They create, Kama create. Material desire. Kama's coming. Yeah.
These Kalmashas are the irreligious or religious activities.
Religious or irreligious? Maybe religion practice is also this way, not that way, this way, not that way. Maybe religious activities. By Shastra they say, you can do this with your wife, not with that. What is this activity? Yeah.
which are opposed to the principles of pure devotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is compared to deep darkness.
Right. It's also dark side. Go on.
Raising his arms and saying Hari, he looks around with great love, destroying kalmashas and making everyone float in prema.
Yeah. That is the bhakti. When other than you somebody will come for you for one goal. For my Atma Sukha Pritivansa, my enjoyment, Dare Kam Nam, that is constant. It has to, by chanting it becomes clear. It's not it. You have to practice chanting, automatically you will see the difference. It's the intelligence you have to understand that. Srila. It's a subject of realization.
The sins of anyone who simply sees his divine body and his divine face.
Divine body and divine face. Srila. Go on.
The sins of anyone who simply sees his divine body and his divine face are destroyed, and they attain the treasure of prema.
Sudhira, that point we have to come to see my divine body and face. When there is no blockage, then it's possible. When I will create any blockage for myself, then I will stay under that blockage. We cannot cross that.
All other avatars appear with armies and weapons, but the army of Sri Krishna Caitanya consists of his devotees and associates.
You see? Why? Because when you see yourself and your face, it's never happened like this. In any avatar, they cut and fight and again they go for cheer. But goodness, pure goodness, and Vishuddha Sattva never happened. Goodness, Sattva Guna, but pure goodness, reaching to know the source and reaching the Sarup, to know your face and body. The day you reach this point, body, material body will be no value for that. It will be standing, it will be there, but I will feel this is helpful to us. It's a mercy to my life that in this body something happened in my life. Sriyat, go on.
With these weapons, he accomplished his work. Now listen to another meaning of the word Anga. Advaita and Nityananda are Lord Chaitanya's two Angas, limbs, and the different other limbs are called Upanga. With these sharp weapons of his Angas and Upangas, the Lord pierces the atheists and heretics. Nityananda Gosai is Balaram himself, and Advaita Gosai is Lord Shiva himself.
Sure.
Taking along these two generals and his troops, consisting of associates like Shrivas, he wanders around, performing Sankirtan. Nityananda Roy is the destroyer of the atheists and heretics, and the roaring of Advaita Acharya Gosai causes the sins of the atheists to flee. Shri Krishna Chaitanya promulgates the Sankirtana, and those who are blessed take part in that Sankirtana sacrifice. These people are intelligent, while the fools remain in material existence. Of all sacrifices, the Krishna Nama Yagya is the best. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 3.
Underline
Srila Raghunadas Goswami prays, will that son of Mother Shachi ever cross the path of my eyes again? One may ask here, a famous personality is always introduced in relation to his father.
Right.
Why then has the blessed writer of this book introduced here Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu as the son of his mother? The answer to this is, Srila Raghunadas Goswami has received mercy from Mahaprabhu like one could only receive from a mother. Therefore, he has introduced the Lord here in relation to his mother. There can't be a person in the entire world more merciful than a mother. A mother's love is unconditional and everlasting. We have like this to finish the verse. Sri Raghunadas thinks, although I was completely unqualified, Sri Gaura Sundara gave me mercy like only a mother could, and he has blessed me completely. Will that son of Mother Sachi cross the path of my eyes again? Will I never see his merciful appearance again? In Vrindavana's Kunja garden, Krishna beheld his own form in a spotless mirror, and to be able to taste that sweetness, he concealed his own form with the luster aura of Rai's body. Accepting Shri Radhika's mood and lustrous golden form, Shri Nanda Nandana effulgence bodily shining.
that I want. Means all the shining of Radhika we have. And how to know? In Radha Rasudhaniji and Vilap Kusumati. How to meditate in her? There. What it took? Luster and effulgence. That has to be tasted. Which is specially mentioned with the name and the quality of that. All details. Not one thing. Every part of her anga is mentioned here. This is the great mercy of Mahajans. Our Goswamis, they give us. Go on.
Accepting Shri Radhika's mood.
Without not knowing that, my conditioned mind, my material identification will never clean. If you don't want to know this, you don't want to accept this, your ego means your identification of material subject will be always stand there. I say, you have to meditate and think and feel it to remove this ego. This is my realization. If not, it's not very easy to come over with this consciousness because we are born with marginal nature. Ping pong.
Accepting Shri Radhika's mood.
क्रोध बेटा ये सबको अलग कराना हो बंद हो जाता है कोई भी चीज इन्वर्टर से ही जोड़ के रखना और नहीं तो उसको कम कर देना हो इसको देर के
Accepting Shri Radhika's mood.
Can you see the back side is closed or not? All switched off.
Accepting Shri Radhika's mood and lustrous golden form, Shri Nanda Nandana appeared in the land of Bengal. Will I see that such Nandana again, who is always eagerly chanting with his devotees? Krishna, Krishna.
Shri Radha.
Shri Radha.
Shri Radha.
The end of verse 1.
How is Prema?
She's feeling okay, but she has from yesterday now she has some.
This is also true when we see the deity of Mahaprabhu.
Yes. Mahaprabhu, what Mahaprabhu you are saying? You are saying Radharani. Mahaprabhu means Radhika looking. Throw it outside. Huh? Prabhuji, yeah.
Mahaprabhu seeing means Radhika seeing.
Radhika, then meaning you will understand. If not, then third person will come. Radha and Krishna and Mahaprabhu is separate. This is happening. Mahaprabhu is the third thing. Radha and Krishna, one more subject comes. Mahaprabhu. And then a fourth subject comes, Nitai. There is no other subject. Only Radha and Krishna. This is all his play. He wants to show us in different way. Muchas gracias. Can you take out the seed now? And one small plate. Yeah, this is the point. Mahaprabhu means Radha. Cover outside also Radha. Mood is Radha. Krishna is like a cheese with two breads. So Krishna is there to feel it. But Radha is more powerful to give the feeling to Krishna. Simple. Never think that Caitanya is separate, Nityananda is separate. It's nothing separate. Radha and Krishna, that's good. Nothing is out of that. Yeah, thank you. Radhe Radhe Go.